Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Out of the Park Baseball 23. Today there was a patch that's fixing some stuff. It was supposed to fix Perfect Team 23. There's still issues. Some people are losing their minds. Some people are losing their minds over the people losing their minds on the forums. That's fun stuff. Now, as far as things that are of importance to us here today, we have a 2-game series at home against the Chicago Cubs. Cubs are 45 and 48 this season. As far as we are concerned, we are 9.5 games out behind the Braves, and we have to jump over the Phillies and the Mets if we want to be in the postseason. Although maybe we can get away with finishing second since the top 3 teams for the wild card are all in our division, of course. Let's make it more challenging, right? So we have a winning record, barely anymore. At one point we were like 10 games over 500. All have the mighty fallen. On the good news side, after this 2-game series, we should be getting Kirby Puckett back. That should help our offense a little bit. We've been struggling to score runs lately. We don't really have a home run threat on the team, and a guy like Charles Johnson really took a step back as far as power goes. So that leaves kind of the heavy lifting power-wise to guys like Ruben Rivera and Tarbeck, which are okay, but they're not like powerhouses or anything like that, or power horses. Neither is Kirby Puckett, but he gets on base a lot, so that helps with scoring runs a different way. Hello, FJ. How have you been since yesterday when we drafted the perfect prospects for the Ottawa Senators? Alright, so on the mound today, the Cubs are going to be sending the lefty Bob Ojeda. He is 8-7 on the season, so not too bad of a season. I mean, he is 37. Then we're going to send the youngster Jose Rosado. We're going to hope that he bounces back. It's been tough for Jose Rosado. He's been hurt and hasn't really played all that well. So did you finish your paper about the research you were doing? Alright, let's take a look at the Cubs, see if they have any injuries. And they have Steve Traxel, who's still out for 6 weeks. I believe he's missed the entirety of the season so far. Yes, he has. He has a torn rotator cuff, and he still has 6 weeks to go out on that. Alright. When is your paper due? Alright, so I say we play a game of baseball. Thursday. Okay, so you have 2 days. Basically, it's late for you. Well, not late, but it is in the evening. All right, so let's pull some guys out of the lineup. Alright, so for sure we're going to put Tim Laker at catcher for Charles Johnson. And I think I'm going to put Curtis Pride in the game. I'm going to put him for Ken Tarbeck, and I'm going to put John Kruk at first and Curtis Pride in right field. How do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I'm going to scrap the pitcher batting 8 for this particular game. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Jody Reed's been pretty good for me. So you have 2 days left to write, give or take, 4 pages? In Norway, is a page considered 250 words? I know that's the standard where I'm from. I think I'm going to go with that. Now, I know I'm starting with a lot of lefties to start here against the lefty, but we're gonna need to learn to deal with it. How about that? Huh? Let's deal with it. Gotcha. All right, so the Cubs are going to go with Pedro Valdez batting leadoff here. He's going to be in center field. Ron Gant, the left fielder, is going to be batting second. Larry Walker, former Expo, most terrible trade I've ever seen in any version of out-of-the-park baseball. Batting third, he's in right field. Ryan Sandberg, the second baseman, is going to be batting cleanup. Al Morris, the first baseman, batting fifth. Jason Kendall, the catcher, is going to be batting sixth. Pedro Castellano, the third baseman, is going to be batting seventh. And Jose Vizcaino, the shortstop, batting 8 today. Alright, let's get underway. Go Expos, turn that motherfucking ship around and play ball. Did you play anything since yesterday? Alright, so Pedro Valdez is going to be leading off the game here for the Cubs, and the game is underway, facing off against Jose Rosado. 2-1 to Valdez. Alright, and that's fly to center. Rivera goes after it. And he's there. He catches it for out number 1. Ron Gant follows. 1 out. Full count to him. Struck out swinging. Take a seat, Ron. Larry Walker is now next. What's his batting average? Larry Walker batting 320. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good. 2-1 to Larry Walker. There's 2 outs. Ooh, that's it. Out of here. It is a 1-0 lead for the Cubs. Former Expo Larry Walker hurt his former team with a solo blast, an opposite field home run too, 369 feet. It is 1-0 for the Cubbies. Gotcha. Did you give a call to Nikita Filatov, like I told you to? Ryan Sandberg now, 2-2. Struck out swinging. Alright, so Rosado gives up a solo blast, but gets 2 strikeouts. We're down 1-0. Like, I don't know if you remember, well, you were probably a little young back then, but there was so much hype around Nikita Filatov, and it just didn't work out for him. Alright, Baba Yeda, the veteran, is on the mound for the Cubs. The line of the Shields leads off the game for us. 0-1. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit to start the game for Delino. Alright, so the Expos get a base runner on. And he has some wheels. Luis Polonia follows. Runner on first, 0-1. Grounds it to third. And they get the lead runner out at second base. That's a fielder's choice. Polonia is safe at first. There's 1 out. Still a runner on first. John Kruk is the next batter, 0-2. Grounds it to opposite field. That's a base hit. Alright, so we have 2 runners on now and only 1 out. And we have Ruben Rivera coming in. Ooh, so the numbers are very similar. That's kind of interesting. 2-0 to Rivera. Oh, that's a balk. Alright, so we're going to have 2 runners in scoring position now. 2-0 to Rivera. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first, but a runner scores from third. We have a tight game here in Montreal. It is 1-1. Alright, and we still have an at-bat at least. Jody Reed coming in, batting 5th today. He's been playing well of late, so I'm trying to reward him with some quality at-bats in the lineup. So we have a runner in scoring position, 2 outs, full count to Jody Reed. Grounds it to short. Vizcaino with the throw. That's out number 3. The Expos managed to tie the game. Going into the top of the second here at Olympic Stadium, it is 1-1 the score. Al Morris leads off the second for the Cubs. 2-1 to him. Oh, that's it really well all the way to left center field. Rivera after it. All the way to the fence. That's a stand-up double for Al Morris. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Also gets to show you that the draft is not an exact science. Alright, so leadoff double for the Cubs. Of course, they have a runner in scoring position. Nobody out for Jason Kendall, who already has a 80 rating, contact rating. 2-0. Alright, that's it to left. Polonia after it. Catches it for out number 1. The runner has to stay at second base on the play. Pedro Castellano is next. 0-2 to him. A strikeout would be beautiful. We'll take a ground out too. Yep, good throw by Jody Reed. That's out number 2. The runner has to hold at second base as well. So they had a leadoff double and the runner did not move so far. There's 2 outs now for Jose Vizcaino. 1-0. No, that's a base hit to right. It's going to fall right in front of Curtis Pride. And that's not a great throw back in the infield. So the Cubs score on the Vizcaino single. It is 2-1 for the Cubs. 2 outs, runner on first for Bob Ojeda. 1-0. And that's a base hit to center. Oh my god. That's fun. Alright, so the runner makes it to third base on the play. So runners on the extremities now with 2 outs. Jose Rosado kind of struggling here. Pedro Valdez is now the batter. 0-1. That's a base hit to right. Another run scores. And Ojeda makes it to third base on the play. 3-1 for the Cubs now. Alright, Ron Gant is next. 1-2. And he struck out for the second time in the game. Alright, so Rosado had a kind of a tough inning here. Give up 4 hits, 2 runs. Made a few fans swear in French Canadian, which I could do here, but I'm not gonna do it. Alright, Bob Ojeda still on the mound. Obviously, Curtis Pride, first one to face him here in the bottom of the second. I'd like to get those runs right back. 0-1. And that's it to left, and that's a base hit. Falls in front of Ron Gant in left. Alright, so that's a leadoff single for the Expos. In the bottom of the second, Jeff King here is next. No count. Oh, and he bunts. And that's not a successful sacrifice. They get Curtis Pride out at second base. That's a fielder's choice. There's 1 out, runner on first for Tim Laker, who's filling in here for Charles Johnson today. 0-1. That's it to center. Oh, that's above Valdez's head. Ooh, Tim Laker with a double. That's good for Juan Rabi. It is 3-2 for the Cubs. We are getting some of the runs back at least. Key is staying in the game. All right, runner in scoring position, 1 out for Jose Rosado. 0-1. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first. The runner makes it to third base on the play. We have 2 outs. We need a base hit from Delino to Shields. Can he do it? 3-1. And he walks. We'll take it. We'll take the free runner. That's possible. Well, Quebec was populated originally by outcasts mostly, so they sent like, you know, prisoners and, you know, thieves and prostitutes and whatnot to populate Quebec. So we always kind of had our slang going just for that, from that, I guess. But the way that we swear in French Canadian is we use words from the church, which is really weird for everybody else. Maybe it is like the French Australia. All right, runners on extremities, 2 outs for Luis Polonia. 1-0. Oh, that's a base hit to center for Polonia. That scores a run. We have a tight game. Inch to inch with the Cubs here. The Cubs think that they're running away with that game, but we refuse to die. Like 2 on, 2 outs for John Kruk. Come on, buddy. Let the mullet do the talking here. two and one. That's it to right. Ooh, oh, not deep enough. Larry Walker is there and he catches it for out number 3. We managed to tie the game though, so God, at this rate, the game is gonna be like, you know, are the Cubs going to score 3 runs in the third? That would be interesting. All right, Larry Walker leading off the third for the Cubs. We have a tied 3-3 games here in Montreal. 0-2. Struck out swinging. Right, Ryan Sandberg is next. 3-1 to him. That's it to right. Curtis Pride doesn't move too much, and that is cut for out number 2. Hal Morris is next. 0-2. Struck out swinging. So Rosado has had troubles, but he's also struck out quite a few batters, so that's kind of an interesting. So either he misses the bats or the bats are clubbering him. There's kind of like no in between almost. Alright, Oyeda still on the mound. Rivera the batter at bottom of the third, still 3-3. 1-0. That's it to center. Valdez runs towards the ball, catches it for out number 1. That brings up Jody Reed. 1-0. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first by Vizcaino. That's out number 2. 2 quick outs here for the Expos. Curtis Pride, the next batter. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Another quick inning. It's like we just want to mimic what the Cubs are doing. They have 1 run in an inning, we're going to get 1 run. 2 runs, we're going to get 2. 1, 2, 3 inning, we'll do 1, 2, 3. Jason Kendall leading off the top of the 4th, 1-0. That's it to center. Rivera runs, and he's there, and he catches it for out number 1. Pedro Castellano is next, 0-2. Struck out swinging. Looks like Rosado's cutter has been pretty effective. Yeah, a very convoluted Simon Says game. You are correct. All right, 2 outs for Jose Vizcaino. No count to him. Grounds it to first. John Kruk gets it, and that's out number 3. All right, let's go ahead and do some damage here. Oh, it's the bottom of the lineup. Well, maybe. Tim Laker has been okay at the plate so far since he's been called up. Jeff King leading off the bottom of the 4th, 0-1. Oh, that's it really well, all the way to the fence and right. That's going to be extra bases for Jeff King. And we have a double, leadoff double for the Expos. Tim Laker is next. He already has a RBI double today. 1-1. That's it to right. Yeah, that's not going to be a double. Larry Walker is there. That's out number 1. Sorry. All right, so runner on first. Well, runner on second. 1 out for Jose Rosado. No count. Rosado hits it all the way to right. Oh, Larry Walker with the awkward dive catches the ball for out number 2. The runner has to retreat to second base. So 2 outs now for the line of the Shields. Runner in scoring position. A base hit should score the run. Full count. And he walks. So 2 on, 2 outs now for Luis Polonia. 1-1. That's a base hit to right. So Polonia not too impressed with the lefty on the mound. That's his second hit of the game. So we have bases loaded, 2 outs for John Kruk. We need for the mulleted man to do something here. Simon Says grand slam. 2-2. And he struck out swinging. Oh, John Kruk doesn't know how to play Simon Says. All right, Bob Oyeda is the first batter in the top of the 5th for the Cubs. Full count. Struck out swinging. Pedro Valdez is next. 3-0. Grounds it to first. Kruk takes it to the base himself. That's out number 2. Run Gant is next. 2 outs. Full count. Struck out swinging. Man, I don't know what to say about Rosado's performance because he's allowed 3 runs and 5 hits, and at this point we're in the 5th inning and he's struck out, what, 8 so far? So I think overall that's not a bad performance. He had a bad 2nd inning, obviously, but other than that he's done pretty good. Alright, Ruben Rivera leading off the bottom of the 5th for us. Full count. That's it to left. Vizcaino runs like the wind, but he doesn't catch it. And that's a base hit for Rivera. So runner on first, nobody out for Jody Reed. Ojeda remains on the mound. No count. Oh, the runner goes and he's thrown out. All right. Le Magnifique. Oh. You wouldn't put le in that way that you're trying to say it. You would just say magnifique without the le if you want to be grammatically correct. I know. Sorry. I'm not trying to bash on anybody. I tend to be a grammar Nazi. So, yeah. Alright, Jody Reed with 1 out, 1-0 to him. Grounds it to short, and that's out number 2. Don't take it too harshly, buddy. If anything, you learned something. Curtis Pride with 2 outs, 3-1. Besides, I know exactly 0 words of Norwegian, so I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright, runner on first, 2 outs for Jeff King, 0-2, and he struck out looking. Top of the 6th incoming, we're still deadlocked at 3 runs apiece here in Montreal. Larry Walker leads off that inning, 2-2. That's it. That was a liner to the line with the Shields at second base, and he gets it for out number 1. Ryan Sandberg is next, full count. Hits it to right. Curtis Pride runs. Catches it for out number 2. Hal Morris is next. Full count. Grounds it to second. The Shields with the throw. That's out number 3. Cubs go down in order in inning number 6. We're going to try to do some damage here. Oh, it's the bottom of the... Why is it always the bottom of the lineup when I say that I want to do some damage? I need to learn to pick my spots better. All right, Tim Laker leading off the bottom of the 6th for us, 1-1. Hey, that's a base hit to left. That's 2 hits for my backup catcher, and he hasn't struck out. That's pretty good. I'll take that any day. All right, runner on first, nobody out for Jose Rosado. He will be bunting, or do I bring in a pinch hitter? I don't know, Mark McGuire is not really developing in my universe. Alright, so Rosado tries to bunt and misses. And now he lays down the bunt, and that's a successful sacrifice. So we have a runner in scoring position and 1 out for Delano the Shields. No count. Oh, he popped foul, and Castellano catches it for out number 2. Yeah, but then do I need him? If McGuire does not develop, do I need him? Luis Polonia is next. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs, 0-1. Oh, that's another base hit for Polonia. That's 3 hits for Polonia. That's extra bases all the way to the fence in center right. That's a double that scores a run. The Expos have their first lead of the game. It is 4-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And we have yet again a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for John Kruk. 0-2. That's a base hit to center. That might score a run. And it does. It is a 5-3 game. Well, then that would be great because I don't really have an home run machine. I had Ivan Calderon that had a great season last year, but he plays for the Mets now. All right, so the Cubs have had enough. They're bringing in Juan Guzman, who used to play for the Blue Jays back in the day. So comes in relief. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. The Expos have a 2-run lead, 1-2. And he struck out looking. All right, that's the end of the inning, but we scored 2 runs. I don't know if I want to see Mark McGuire playing in left field. That might be weird. Alright, so I think I'm gonna throw one more inning with Rosado. He's been pitching really well since the 3rd inning, so we'll see what he has in store here. Jason Kendall leading off the top of the 7th for the Cubs, 1-0. Ooh, that's it all the way to the fence in right center. That's gonna be extra bases. And that's a triple for Kendall's leadoff triple for the Cubs. Alright, so runner on 3rd, nobody out. Pedro Castellano is the next batter. 0-2. Come on, Rosado. Struck out swinging. There you go. Jose Vizcaino is next. No count. Oh, that's a base hit to right. And it's now 5-4, so I think I'm gonna go and dip in the pen now. I gave Rosado a chance to. Well, he has to run for the balls. Alright, so the Cubs are bringing in Miguel Flores as a pinch hitter. I'm gonna go ahead and change my pitcher. And dang, everybody's tired. Oh, that's true. They took Steve Olden away from me. So I get Jose Sosa, who's tired. A little bit, at least. I'm gonna go with John Doris. I just want for him to finish the inning. Oh, no. Man, to finish the inning, I think I'm gonna try with Katsumasa Ota. Oh, he's grown. He's a 3-star reliever now. Well, that's good. That gives me confidence. Yeah. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out. The Cubs just scored. It's 5-4 now. Miguel Flores is the pinch hitter. I'm bringing in Katsumasa Ota to try to close out inning number 7. 0-1 to Flores. Oh, that's a dribbler in front of the plate. And we get the runner out at second base. Fielder's choice. So runner on first, 2 outs now for Pedro Valdez. 1-0. The runner goes, and there's no throw by Tim Laker, so that's a stolen base. The Cubs have a runner in scoring position now. Or as a starting pitcher. Alright, so runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Full count to Valdez, and he walks. Alright. That's going to bring up Ron Gant. He struck out a few times today. Hopefully he's going to strike out for another time here. 2 on 2 outs. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Oh, yeah. All right, bottom of the 7th incoming. We still have a lead, although they cut the lead in half. It's only a 1-run lead now. He's going to make Shohei Ohtani. He's going to put Shohei Ohtani to shame. All right, Kurt Young is now the pitcher for the Cubs. Bottom of the 7th. Jody Reed is at the plate for the Expos. 2-0. Oh, that's it really well to right. That's a base hit. I thought it was going to go all the way to the fence. All right, so that's a single. We'll still take it. Curtis Pride is the next batter. Let's see here. I don't really have many righties. You can go. 1-2. And he struck out looking. That's how I'm rewarded. Jeff King now. Runner on first, one out. 1-1. That's it to center. And Valdez barely has to move, and that's out number 2. Brings up Tim Laker now. Full count. Grounds it to third. East run out at first for out number 3. The Expos fail to score. Top of the 8th incoming. We have only a 1-run lead. Oh man, and then the scary man is at the plate, Larry Walker. I don't have a lefty in the pen. My GM hates me. Alright, we're good. I think I'm gonna try to continue with Ota. Pretty much everybody else is kind of tired. So he has some stamina, he can do it. Alright, Larry Walker, top of the 8th. 1-run lead for the Expos. No count. That's not good. That's a base hit to center. Alright. At least it's not a solo blast. Alright, so leadoff single for the Cubs. That brings up Ryan Sandberg. No count. Grounds it to third. And just like that, that's a double play, folks. Oh, yeah. Alright, so 2 outs now for Al Morris. 1-1. Grounds it to short. Jody Reed with the throw, that's out number 3. And just like that, the inning is over. Bottom of the 8th incoming. We're going to go ahead and pinch it for Katsumasa Ota. They're keeping Kurt Young on the mound. I guess we're going to go with Barbary. Right, Barbary's the batter. Pinch hitter, no count. That's it to left. That's a blast. That's his second blast in like 3 games for Brett Barbary. His first 2 home runs of the season too, both as a pinch hitter. I'm gonna start calling him Brett Clutch. Alright, and that restores our 2-run lead. It is now 6-4 thanks to Barbary and his solo blast. Delino the Shields is next, 2-2. Grounds it to first. Morris takes it to first himself. That's out number 1. Luis Polonia now. 1-2. To Polonia. That's his 4th hit of the game. That's pretty good. Oh, FJ, you missed. So you missed the last time I streamed Out of the Park Baseball, and you know how I was always saying that I had them exactly where I wanted and everything, and that I always try to have the comeback. Well, yeah, I kind of did it. I was losing 9-1 in a game, and I managed to win 11-10. So when I tell you that that's the plan and that's how I'm trying to do things, that was the perfect way, just like that, just like that. Buddy Black is now on the mound. Runner on first, 1 out for John Kruk. 1-2. Well, part of it was Brett Barbary coming in the bottom of the 9th, I think, or bottom of the 8th, and as a pinch hitter, and he hit his first home run of the season, and I think it was a grand slam or maybe a 3-run home run. And as I'm saying those things, we have 3 outs now, so we're going for the save in the top of the 9th. We're going to bring Stan Belinda. Right, and he's going to face Jason Kendall first. No count. Dribbler in front of the plate. Oh, Tim Laker bubbles it, and he's gonna be safe at first. Now, if you want to see fully how I did that, you're gonna need to go on my YouTube channel, or I guess you can check in the stream should still be up in my past streams if you want to look at it that way. But it didn't look very good. It was 9-1 at one point. All right, Pedro Castellano, runner on first, nobody out. 1-2. Struck out swinging. All right. Jose Vizcaino is next. 1-1. Flies it to left. Polonia's after it. He catches it for out number 2. All right. So there's 2 outs now. Runner on first for Angel Echevarria coming in as a pinch hitter. No count. Oh! Oh! We ended the game with a pickoff throw at first. Alright, so the Expos win game number 1 against the Cubs. We're going to go ahead and play game number 2 here in just a second. This is the way for sure. Alright, so nice 6-4 victory. We had a little bit of a rocky start, but we were able to always match the Cubs at the start of the game. Yeah, no joke. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and advance 1 day. Oh, I received Scott Bays and I lost Brett Tomko. Really? Tomko was pitching okay. But at least I'm not complaining. At least I'm getting a lefty back for the pen. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and delete that. So now I have to move some stuff around. Oh, dear God. Alright, okay, you're gonna be in middle relief. Now I need to move somebody as a starter. I guess I'm gonna go with Andy Hawkins just to oh yeah, he's gonna be tired for next game too. So is Ota. No, he might be okay. I think Ota gets back in the rotation. Oh god, no. As a starter, he's 16% exhausted. Alright, we're not gonna do that. Go back in the pen. I might need to put Walt Terrell only because he's the only one that's rested. Alright, Walt Terrell is now... Oh dear god, as a starter he drops to 2 stars. Not meant to start. Well, what do I do? We can go... Yeah. Sorry about that, I don't know what to do. I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm gonna put you back as a reliever, I guess. Put you here. And I guess we'll go with Andy Hawkins. He's just gonna have a short start for his first start. Yeah, he drops to 2 stars as well. Oh well. I hope that... I really hope to be getting some more help in that regard. I don't like to have Brett Tomko taken away from me. And we lost Gabe White through waivers, so I don't have him. He was doing pretty good when I was bringing him as a in the rotation. Sorry, I'm gonna have the vein moment for a second. My camera looked kind of fuzzy for a second there. Alright, we're ready to play game 2. Oh, we're also gonna check something real quick. Any other transactions for us? Alright. So the Cubs are going to go with Mike Morgan. He's 6-7, 35 years old. Mike Morgan. So we're facing back-to-back 2 older pitchers. So Mike Morgan in my universe was selected by the Marlins as in their expansion draft. He played there for a couple of seasons and he's back with the Cubs. So yeah, he's 6-7 this season. His numbers are not that bad. I guess he's just not getting any run support. Hideo Nomo is going to be on the mound for us, our ace. So hopefully we get to win this game. Alright, so Luis Polonia's tired. He's probably tired. He had a 4-hit game. All right. Let's give Quinn Mack his first Major League Baseball start. How about that? Yeah, I don't want to bat you second, so I guess we're gonna try Jeff King. And you can bat seventh. So he's coming as a pinch hitter, but that's gonna be his first start. All right, so Pedro Valdez is going to be leading off for the Cubs. He's playing center field. Ron Gant in left field is batting second. Larry Walker, former Expo, in right field, batting third. Al Morris is batting cleanup today. He's the first baseman. Pedro Castellano, the third baseman, is batting fifth. Eric Wedge, the catcher, is going to be batting sixth. Jose Vizcaino, the shortstop, is going to be batting seventh. And Ricky Gutierrez is going to be playing second base and batting eighth today. So Jason Kendall and Ryan Sandberg both getting the day off today. Play ball and go Expos! Now, I was about 15 at that time. My voice wasn't that high. I don't think so, at least. Alright, the game is underway. Hideo Nomo on the mound for the Expos. Pedro Valdez, the batter, 3-1. And he walks. All right, leadoff walk for the Cubs. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the popotin. Ron Gant, the next batter. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Wow, Ron Gant is having a terrible short series against us here. Larry Walker is next. 1 out, runner on first. 0-1. That's going to be a base hit to center. Very weak hit. So now there's 2 ons, 1 out for Al Morris. No count. Oh, the runner goes to third and he's safe. So now there's runners on the extremities. There's only 1 out. We do have the option for a double play if we play this right. 1-2 to Al Morris. And he struck out looking. So forget about the double play. We just need a 1 out now. Pedro Castellano is next. 1-2. Oh, he got hit by the ball. That loads up the bases. That's not good. First inning, bases are loaded. There's 2 outs still, so every base is good. Eric Wedge is the next batter. 1-1. Grounds it to second. The Shield takes it to the base himself, and that's out number 3. The Cubs load up the bases, but they fail to score. Now maybe that's going to bite their popotin. Bottom of the first, Delano the Shields facing off against Mike Morgan. 2-0 to the Shields. And that's it really well in the corner in right. That's going to be extra bases for the Shields. And that's a stand-up double. So lead-off double for the Expos. Jeff King is next, 0-2, and he struck out swinging. John Kruk follows, 0-1. Oh, the Shields goes for third, and he's safe. No throw by Eric Wedge. 35th stolen base on the season for the Shields. And now we have a runner on third base, so a deep fly ball somewhere should score the run. 1-2. Grounds it to first. That's also going to score the run. The ball was not hit hard enough. The Shield scores on the out. There's 2 outs now. Base is empty, obviously, but we have a 1-0 lead. Kent Tarbeck is next. 2 outs. Come on, Kent. 1-2. That's it to right, and Larry Walker is there. That's out number 3. All right, the Expos managed to take the lead. It is a 1-0 game going into the top of the second here. Jose Vizcaino leading off. No count. Whoa, I'm not sure what that was, but that was an out, apparently. That looked a little funky to me. Almost looks like Mac made a catch while he was unbalanced or something. That looked just a tad weird. Ricky Gutierrez is the next batter. Full count. That's a liner to short, and that's out number 2. Mike Morgan with 2 outs, 2-0. Grounds it to the pitcher. He's run out at first, and just like that, the Cubs are down. 1-2-3. Bottom of the second, Ruben Rivera is the batter. No count to Ruben. Hits it to center. Pedro Valdez after it. All the way to the fence. Catches it for out number 1. Ooh, the winning tag. Charles Johnson is next. 1-2. Struck out swinging. And now Quinn Mack getting his first at-bat as a starter in the Major League Baseball. 1-2. And he struck out swinging. Alright. Well, we're still up 1-0. Top of the third. Pedro Valdez leading off. 2-2. That's it to center. Rivera should have that. And he does. That's out number 1. Ron Gant is next. 1-2. Ooh, Ron Gant manages to touch the ball, and that's going to be extra bases. Look at that. A double for Ron Gant. Alright, so runner in scoring position. 1 out for Larry Walker. Full count. And he walked. No! Oh, it looked like a ball, but he struck out looking. I'll take it. I'll take that. I got fooled myself. Imagine Larry Walker, how fooled he was. Alright, runner in scoring position. Still 2 outs for Al Morris. 2-2. Rounds it to second. The Shields with that, that's out number 3. I know, right? If I'm Larry Walker, I'm probably a little pissed. Alright, Walt Weiss leading off the bottom of the third. We still have that small 1-0 lead here in Montreal. 2-0 to Walt Weiss. That's it to right. Larry Walker goes after it. And he's there to catch it for out number 1. Hideo Nomo is next. 2-1. Oh, that's a base hit. Yeah, it did. It did. I had to patch before I could get in the game. Perfect Team is open, but last I checked, it was still broken, so people were not able to really get in. Alright, runner on first, 1 out for the line of the Shields. 1-2. That's going to be a base hit. Alright. So we have 2 on, 1 out now for Jeff King. 2-2. Some of them are all the way to the fence. Valdez catches the ball. That's out number 2 on the play. Nomo makes it to third base. Some of them are the patch notes should be on the forums on the website. All I know is I'm going to start my perfect team. I'm gonna have 1 team. I'm not gonna spend any money because I really don't get into that, and it's gonna be whatever it is. John Kruk with no count, and Ron Gant barely has to move. That's out number 3. The Expos failed to add to their lead despite getting 2 base runners. Top of the 4th incoming. Still a 1-0 lead for the Expos. Pedro Castellano is the batter now. 2-1. Grounds it to first. Tarbeck takes it to first himself. That's out number 1. Eric Wedge is next. 1-2. Struck out looking. That is out number 2. Jose Vizcaino with 2 outs. Full count. Do you usually play Perfect Team? I'm wondering because it feels like it was the first time you were playing like Diamond Dynasty in MLB The Show. Ricky Gutierrez now, runner on the first 2 outs, 1-0. Yeah, to me it's different. The fact that everything is simulated and everything, like Like in MLB The Show, I can have like lesser cards and maybe make up for it with my own skills, you know. But when the games are simulated, you just need to have the best cards. That's just how it is. There's not really much you can do past that. So I just get one team, I look at what I'm getting, and I like to look at the historical cards that they have, but I have about the competitive edge of a dead branch when it comes to it. I really don't care where I sit or nothing like that. Alright, bottom of the fourth, Ken Tarbeck is now the batter, no count. Grounds it to first, and that's out number one. Ruben Rivera is next, 1-1. Oh, he got it. Alright, so free base runner on first, 1 out for Charles Johnson. No count. Oh, Rivera goes, and he's safe. Alright, so we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, 2-1 to Johnson. That's it really weakly. That's cut by Gutierrez for out number 2. So now we need a base hit from Quinn Mack. No pressure, rookie. 0-1. Grounds it to third. Oh, that's a base hit. Infield single for Quinn Mack. I think that's his first base hit in the league, isn't it? Yes, it is. First base hit for Quinn Mack in his MLB career was an infield single. All right. Runners on the extremities, 2 outs for Walt Weiss. No count. Oh, that's a bad pitch. It's going to be 2-0 for the Expos. Awesome. I like free runs. 2-0, 2 outs, runner on second base. 2-2 for Weiss. Grounds it too short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos add to their lead thanks to Mike Morgan. It is 2-0 going into the top of the 5th. Mike Morgan leads off the inning for the Cubs. 1-0. That's it towards left center. Rivera's there, catches it for out number 1. Pedro Valdez is next, 1-0. Oh, that's going to be a base hit to right. Falls in front of Kruk. That's only a single, though. Managed to cut the ball pretty decently. Runner on first, 1 out for Ron Gant. 2-2. Oh, that's a balk. So that's 2 balks that we've seen in 2 games now. Just putting it there for anecdotal purposes. 2-2. Oh. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. The runner makes it to third on the play. Larry Walker is next. 2 outs, runner on third. 2-2. Oh, and he struck out. All right. I don't know that we have a shutout incoming, FJ. We'll see. Nomo is already pretty high in pitch count already. I know it's the 90s, and I don't pay attention to that too much, but he's already at 85 in 5 innings. Right, Hideo Nomo leading off the inning for the Expos against Mike Morgan. Bottom of the 5th, 2-2. And Nomo with his second base hit of the game. Man, I'm going to put him as a DH. Oh, I can't. It's the 90s in the National League. No DH, the way that it should be. Runner on first, nobody out for the line of the Shields. No count. Oh, the Shields tries to bunt, but he misses. And he tries to bunt again and missed again. 0-2. Struck out swinging. That's a poor at-bat for the Shields. Not too happy with that one. Jeff King is now the batter. Runner on first. 1 out. Full count. Oh, that's a base hit. Not a super strong one, but that's a base hit to right center. So now we have 2 on, 1 out for John Kruk. No, I don't want the universal DH. 2-2. Struck out swinging. No. Ken Tarbeck is next. 1-2. Oh, that's a bad pitch again. Mike Morgan needs to put some of that tacky stuff on his fingers or something. I know I'm old. I know. It's not my fault, I'm old. Hello. Alright, Tarbeck, two runners in scoring position, 2-2. Struck out swinging. We failed to capitalize on 2 runners in scoring position. I bet that comes back to bite us. Al Morris leads off the top of the 6. We're still up 2-0. 0-1. We still have Nomo on the mound. And that's a base hit to left. Hey, now that's just rude. Alright, so Morris with a lead-off double here. That's not ideal. Pedro Castellano, the next batter, 2-1. That's it all the way to the fence in left center. That's going to score a run. Didn't I say that those runners that didn't come to score would come and bite us? Well, technically you're not correct. It cannot be factual. First, I don't have a kid, which means that technically I cannot be a grandfather. Runner in scoring position, nobody out for Eric Wedge, no count. Oh, Wedge bunts. What a bold play. The sacrifice is on. So runner on third with 1 out. We kind of need a strikeout here. Full count to Jose Vizcaino. Grounds it, to second base. It was hit too hard with the infield in. The runner doesn't score. There's 2 outs now. All right, Ricky Gutierrez, runner on third with 2 outs. Come on. We're going to walk him. And we're going to face the pitcher, but they're probably going to bring in a pinch hitter. That's what I would do. No, they keep Mike Morgan in. Need some runs. 2 runners on. In the 6th inning, you're down 1. And let's go with the pitcher. Why not? The pitchers always kill me. I bet he has a hit. 1-2. Nope, he struck out. All right, so we get out of that, allowing only 1 run. All right, Mike Morgan still on the mound for the Cubs. Ruben Rivera facing off against him, bottom of the 6th. We're up 1, 0-1. That's fly to center. Valdez should have that easily. That's out number 1. Charles Johnson is next, 1-2. Oh, he swung and the ball eluded the catcher and he's safe at first. Woohoo! So scored that, a strikeout, a wild pitch, and we have a runner on first with 1 out for Quinn Mack, who got his first MLB hit. 1-2, grounds it to short. Well, that's his first MLB double play, I think, as well. So when your career starts, there's a lot of firsts. So he got that one out of the way. So inning-ending double play for Quinn Mack, top of the 7th incoming. All right, Pedro Valdez, the batter, top of the 7th. We're up 2-1 in Montreal, 2-0, the count. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Ron Gant is next. 2-2. Oh, struck out looking. And now I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I finally have a lefty in my pen, and I'm gonna bring the lefty to face off against Larry Walker. Come on, buddy, get on the mound. Do I want to do a double switch? I don't think so. Scott Bales has like 1 stamina. He's not gonna be pitching much. Yeah, he has 1 stamina. Alright, Scott Bales comes in relief to face off against Larry Walker. There's 2 outs, top of the 7th. We have a 1-run lead, 1-1. That's a base hit to right in front of John Kruk. I know you want Andy. Didn't I put Andy in the rotation though? Plus, you need to go and watch that game that I won 11-10 after losing 9-1. Andy pitched like 4 innings, and he pitched pretty decently too. All right, runner on first, 2 outs for Al Morris, another lefty, so I'm going to keep Scott Bales in. 0-1. Oh, the ball drops, but it's not far enough. 1-1, so that's another base hit for a lefty against my lefty. So now there's runners on first and third and 2 outs. So we're going to take Scott Bales out. That strategy failed. I'm going to try Jose Sosa. Come on, man. Don't let me down. Jose Sosa facing off against Pedro Castellano. Runners on first and third, 2 outs, 0-1. Come on. Don't dump in the shovel. Grounds it too short. We get out at second base. That's the end of the inning. All right, or Jorge Sosa comes in. No, Jose Sosa, sorry. Comes in and saves the day. Mike Morgan still on the mound for the Cubs. He does have 7 strikeouts. He didn't pitch that poorly. I mean, he's in a losing situation, but that's kind of what we talked about before the game. Like, his numbers weren't terrible, but he has a losing record. That's probably because that kind of shit happens to him all the time. Bottom of the 7th, Walt Weiss leading off for the Expos. No count. Grounds it to second base. Gutierrez with the throw. That's out number 1. We're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Jose Sosa. All right, we're going to bring in, let's do Brett Barbary again. He's been pretty clutch as a pinch hitter lately. I could use a base hit. All right, Brett Barbary comes in as a pinch hitter. 1 out, 1-0. Grounds it to first, and he's out for out number 2. Do I know the Shields? No count. That's it weakly towards center field. And Valdez is there for out number 3. We didn't do much here. Top of the 8th incoming. It is time for John Doris to come in. Right, John Doris is now the pitcher. Eric Wedge, top of the 8th. We're up 1 run. 3-0 to Eric Wedge. Ooh, that's going to fall in, but it was a rare 3-0 swing. All right, so that's a base hit for Eric Wedge. To center, runner on first, nobody out for Jose Vizcaino. 1-0. Oh, and he bunts. All right, so that's a sacrifice hit. Runner in scoring position for the Cubs with 1 out. Ryan Sandberg comes in as a pinch hitter. 0-1. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. So we're 1 out away from getting out of the 8th inning here. Angel Echevarria comes in as a pinch hitter. 0-1. That's it to center. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. That might score a run. It does. We have a tied game. Well, that's not good. It is 2-2 in the top of the 8th, thanks to a base hit from Echevarria. Of course. Wait, is it in English? I can't read Norwegian. Right, runner on first and 2 outs for Pedro Valdez. No count. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, but it's not before the Cubs. Yeah, I'll read it, of course. Do you just want me to read it, or do you want for me to, like, catch grammatical mistakes and stuff? Because I have an accent, but my written English is almost perfect. All right, bottom of the 8th. Jeff King leads off here. Buddy Black is the pitcher. We have a tight game. 0-2 to Jeff King. Alright, and that's out number 1. John Kruk now with 1 out, 2-2. Oh, I think that's going to be a base hit. Yes, it is. Falls in front of Valdez for a single. So we have a base runner with 1 out, bottom of the 8. Ken Tarbeck is next, 2-1. Oh, that's a little dribbler to the pitcher. All right, so they got John Kruk out at second base. Ken Tarbeck is still safe at first. Fielder's choice, 2 outs. Ruben Rivera is next, full count. And he walks. All right, Charles Johnson is next. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-2. It's at 2 left, and that's cut for out number 3. So we were not able to get the lead back. It is 2-2 going into the top of the 9th. I think I'm going to keep John Doris on the mound. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of options. In terms of rested relievers, that is. Wait. Yeah. All right, Ron Gant leads off the 9th for the Cubs. 2-2. Struck out looking. Now, of course, I don't have a lefty in the pen anymore, so I have to face Larry Walker with a righty, be it John Doris or anybody else. It's going to be John Doris. No count. And that's a base hit to set. Oh, no. Oh, that's new. That play is new. I had never seen that in Out of the Park Baseball 22. Delino the Shields with the diving catch, and that's out number 2. Those were always a base hit before. 2 outs for Al Morris, 1-0. And another one. Oh, no. Yeah. I had never seen that, and that's twice in a row. That's interesting. All right, Buddy Black still on the mound for the Cubs. Quinn Mack. You know what? I'm going to let him swing. 0-2. Grounds it to short. And he's throwing at first for out number 1. I let him swing because all of my relievers are lefties. Walt Weiss is next. 1-0. That's gonna fall. Yep, that's a base hit and right. So Walt Weiss with the base hit here. So we're gonna go ahead and bring in a pinch hitter. That's gonna be Jody Reed. All right, Jody Reed comes in as a pinch hitter. All right, so runner on first, 1 out. Jody Reed comes in as a pinch hitter, 1-0. Rounds it to short. That's going to be a double play. Yikes! Top of the 10th incoming. We have extra baseball today, folks. We're going to bring Walt Terrell on the mound. And he's going to give me a few innings. All right, Pedro Castellano leads off the top of the 10th for the Cubs. 1-1 against Terrell. Flies it to right. We have John Kruk over there. Catches it for out number 1. Eric Wedge is next. 1-2. That's it to right. Kruk takes 2 steps and he catches it for out number 2. Jose Vizcaino now. 2-0. That's it to center. Rivera goes after it. And he catches it for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. Let's go ahead and walk it off. All right, David Rosario is coming in relief for the Cubs. He's a lefty. Delino the Shields is the batter. Bottom of the 10th. 2-2 game. Full count. Struck out swinging. That's his second strikeout. Jeff King now. 2-1. It's it really weakly that turns foul, and that's cut by Walker for out number 2. Well, if we want to walk it off, we're going to need for the mulleted man to do that. John Kruk with 2 outs, 1 and 2. And he struck out swinging. We are going to the 11th inning. Right, Ryan Sandberg. He stayed in the game despite being tired. 0 and 2. Struck out looking. Jason Kendall is now playing catcher for the Cubs. He's batting 9th, 2 and 2. Swings it to center. Rivera's there, catches it for out number 2. Pedro Valdez with 2 outs, full count. Come on, Terrell. Oh, and he walks. That's not good. 2 out walk. Ron Gant is the next batter. No count. The runner goes. Oh, and he's taken out for out number 3. Let's end that. I don't want to have to face Larry Walker one more time. I have a feeling that he's going to do some damage. All right, so Rosario against Tarbeck. Full count. That's a base hit to right. All right, so leadoff single for Tarbeck. Andy has been put in the rotation, man. He's getting the start for the next game, even. Ruben Rivera is now the batter. Runner on first, nobody out. 2 and 2. Oh, he struck out looking. Charles Johnson is next. Full count. And he walks. All right, so we have 2 runners on. 1 out. Oh, man. Oh, they're bringing in a righty. So Juan Guzman's coming in relief now to face off Quinn Mack, who's a lefty. I'm going to keep him in. Come on, buddy. At-bats like that forges character. 1 and 1. Grounds it to second, and that's an inning-ending double play. That's the second time he's done that to me. Oh, man. Oh, Andy. I don't know how Andy Hawkins became a legend in my universe. Alright, well, Terrell's on the mound for us. Ron Gant, top of the 12th. Still deadlock at 2. No count to Gant. He pops it. The Shields is underneath it. Catches it for out number 1. That brings up the ever dangerous Larry Walker. 1 and 0. That's going to be a base hit to center. Alright, so Walker gets on base with 1 out. That's going to bring up Al Morris. 0 and 2. That's a liner to second. The Shields catches it. That's out number 2. And now Pedro Castellano is next. 1 and 1. Grounds it to third. And we go the short route to second base, even though the animation made it look like it was safe. The engine decided it was out. So bottom of the 12th now. Juan Guzman still on the mound. Walt Weiss is the batter. Full count. Grounds it to second, and he... Oh, no, that's an error. All right, so safe on the error there. I'm keeping Terrell in to bunt. 0 and 1. And that's a good bunt. So we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. All we need is a base hit from the line with the Shields. No count. Oh, they're walking the Shields. They don't want to fuck with him. Alright, so 2 on, 1 out for Jeff King then. Oh, and 1. Oh, he flies it to right. Larry Walker is there, catches it for out number 2. On the play, the runner gets to third base. So we have runners on first and third, 2 outs. We just need a base hit from John Kruk. Come on, make FJ happy. 0 and 2, and he struck out swinging. Oh no! I even kept my pitcher in. That was like the old strategy was to not pinch it for him. He did what he was asked to. Right, Miguel Flores is the next batter. Comes in as a pinch hitter for the Cubs. Top of the 13th, no count. That's it to right. John Kruk is there, barely moves, catches it for out number 1. Jose Vizcaino is next, 1-1. Grounds it to second. Oh, that's going to be an error. Alright, so Delino the Shields with an error. Oh no, it was on Tarbeck. Okay, the error was on Tarbeck. So runner on first, 1 out for Ryan Sandberg, 2-1. Ooh, that's a base hit to right. That's starting to not be good. Alright, so 2 on, 1 out for Jason Kendall. Terrell can still take it. 0-1. Oh, that's a bad pitch. 1-2 to Kendall. That's a base hit to left. Oof, that's rough. That scores 2 runs. It is 4-2. I guess Terrell doesn't got it no more. We're gonna go with Belinda. Sometimes I'm guilty of keeping my pitchers just a little too long in the game. I've always been guilty of that. Alright, runner on first, 1 out for Pedro Valdez. We're down 4-2 in the 13th now, 2-0. And that's a double play. There you go. That's how you do it. Now we scored 3, and that's an extremis win. How about that? Mike Sutters comes in on the mound for the Cubs. That is a save situation. Bottom of the 13th, we're down 2. Ken Tarbeck is going to be the first one to face him. I'm going to keep him in the game. He has some decent power against lefties. 1-2. And he pops it. And that's caught by the pitcher of all people. That's out number 1. Ruben Rivera is next. He's 0-3. Come on, you're due. 2-2. 2-2. Struck out looking not good. Charles Johnson is also 0-4. He's been struggling this season. I mean, I'm going to keep him. It's either that or I bring in a lefty or Tim Laker, which... Let's do Charles Johnson. Full count. 2 outs. And he walks. Alright. Well, with a home run, we have a tight game, right? Oh, Quinn Mack. Oh. Yeah, you ended a couple innings already for me. Let's... I only have lefties left. We'll try Curtis Pride. Runner on first, 2 outs. Full count. Oh, Curtis Pride strikes out. That's the end of the game. Oh, we lost that one 4-2. Alright, so we have some issues with just, getting in stride, really. Right, we're going to go ahead and... Oh. Todd Green of the Mets had a 5-hit game against the Cards. I'm going to go ahead and advance 1 day. Right, no news. Kirby Puckett is going to be next. He's going to be back soon. Probably after the next game. So yeah, let's take a look here. Anything happen? Oh yeah, Kirby Puckett is going for an injury rehab. 7 days left, so we're gonna see him in a week. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and save that. We're going to go ahead and stop here for today. So again, we went 1-1 in our 2-game series. Next time out, we're taking on the Pirates. The Pirates is one of the very few teams that I usually do very well against. So hopefully we can win some games against them. But that's going to be it for today. So as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in. Special shout out for FJ, of course, for keeping me company the entire time by talking to me and entertaining me as much as I try to entertain everybody. And if you're catching this on YouTube later, you like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. Thank you.